It's back to school season.
It is, yeah.
And going back to school can sometimes be tough on kids, but it can be especially hard on middle school students.
I hated middle school. Can I just say that for the record?
I didn't love it
Roxia, you talked with an expert about tips to help kids, navigate that awkward age.
Yes, that awkward age. We all remember it so well. Phyllis Fagell is a school counselor, a therapist, the author of the book Middle School Matters. And over the years, she's worked with a lot of kids in all age groups. Her recent book is titled Middle School Superpowers: Raising Resilient Tweens in Turbulent Times. And she says middle schoolers are often an age group that's ignored, but she wants to change that.
Much they can do, that this is just one of those phases you have to dread, and I really don't see it that way at all. I see it as a time that we can really jump in there, coach them, and support them.
She also says society is different than it was, say, 30 years ago, so we need to learn to adapt to the new needs and issues that may arise.
If you look at kids' lives today, their online lives and their offline lives really just bleed together. They don't get any rest whatsoever. When they go home, they're still interacting with their peers. They're even still looking at their homework online. They have no ability to unplug the way we did a generation ago.
In her book, she explains why she categorizes the stages kids are going through as superpowers.
We have to build on the strengths they already have, and middle schoolers are so funny, and they're so purposeful and earnest, and they can be 13 going on 3 or 13 going on 30, and we want to make sure that we're communicating that we believe that they can manage anything life throws at them.
Some of the superpowers include super belonging,
which is about finding your place in the pack, because friendships are everything to kids in this age group.
Super sight,
which is about making good decisions and planning in advance, because kids in this age group, they're in the throes of puberty, their brains are still developing, they're impulsive, and they need a lot of coaching.
Super flexibility.
There is no other time in a kid's life when they're going through more change, and they're doing all of this while growing up in a really fraught time in history, exposed to a lot of things going on in society that can be really stressful for kids.
Optimism.
We want kids to retain hope and humor in the hard times. There's always something they can do to make their situation better.
Advice to parents on how to deal with middle schoolers.
We want to be communicating that we expect mistakes, we know that they're still learning, and we are going to help them put one foot in front of the other and figure out what they need to do to turn things around when they do make those mistakes.
Something that's not changing is peer pressure. It continues to be something kids have to face, right? So she suggests that you can prepare with some refusal phrases, things your kids can say, something they've rehearsed in order to get out of a situation. Maybe have a code word or a phrase that they can use with you to then let you know that they need help or they need to get out of a situation.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I needed that, I guess. I never thought about that as a kid growing up. But you said you hated middle school.
I hated it. It was so savage. In 6th grade, didn't help that I walked in class wearing socks and sandals. But, I mean, listen, like the bullying, though, on a real note, is pretty bad in that, like, 6th, 7th, 8th grade time period.
You're thinking back to when you were a kid. Now think about it.
I can't imagine with social media and all that.
Right. As she points out, it's kind of like they have to face that 24 hours a day. They don't have that escape. Back then when we went to school, once you got home, it was kind of your safe space, and you could escape all of it.
I'm so happy there wasn't social media then. I got bullied horribly from 2nd grade to 8th grade. Horribly. Thrown in the trash, beaten up, called gay, homo, all that stuff. And so it was horrible. So I'm so happy they didn't have social media, because I feel like it would have been even worse.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get over to Maria for a check of our forecast.
I'm paying close attention, you guys, because I've got my own middle schooler, right? So 7th grader going back to school, or went back to school for the first day yesterday. So yeah, all great advice.